Can we do a motion?
On the
With
agenda,
the
executive session.
adjustments?
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes from December 15th, 2025 as corrected.
Second. Motion made by Kevin, second by Ron. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carried with one abstention. I think she wasn't here to, or she just, she can vote on. Okay, she can vote, okay. The motion carried. Next would be is if there's anybody here that's got anything that's not on the agenda. All right.
Would that be public comment or?
Yeah.
Because off agenda is down below.
Yeah, one, public comment. No, did anybody? Okay. Council members, we've already got the new council members sworn in. So now if we want to have the discussion, as far as like the council president, I would like to nominate Ronnie as council president. So if he accepts the nomination, we would just need a motion and a vote. A motion, second, and a vote.
Does that mean he's the chair?
Do what?
Is there a difference between president and chair? Okay.
He presides over the meetings in the absence of the mayor, and if the mayor resigns, retires, or passes away, he becomes the mayor.
Oh, I see.
Make motion to
Approve the nomination.
approve the nomination of Robert Moore for city council president.
I second it.
Motion by Chad, second by Holly. Any further discussion? Any further discussion, we'll take it to a vote. Chad, how do you vote?
Yes.
Barbara, how do you vote?
Yes.
Kevin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Holly, how do you vote?
Aye.
All those are in favor? Aye, motion's carried. Is there anything else that we have with council members, or that's it? Right? Okay. Next, we'll move on to zoning.
I don't think we have anything.
Nothing for zoning. Then we'll just keep moving on. Anything for park?
The first amendment of the Kansas Department of Commerce, is something that came from the CDBG grant, that they needed to update.
Has Tom reviewed this?
I don't remember.
Is it just the one packet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I have reviewed this and passed it as to form.
The community board.
With this, what action would need to be taken, Tom?
Yeah, you just need action for the mayor to approve it.
Okay.
I make a motion, we nominate or approve the mayor to sign the community block grant agreement.
Motion made by Kevin and second by Barb. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All in favor? Motion carried. Was there anything else with park?
That's it.
Okay. We move on to police department. Mariah?
They were working on something.
Okay.
We can circle back around.
Do you want to check with them, see if they're ready real quick, and then I'll bring them back up here in a little bit? Give them just a few seconds here. They might be working.
We can probably move on, for the place to the UPOC and the STO, the two ordinances for those.
For the what, I'm sorry?
Uniform Public Offense Code, Part 2, and Standard Traffic Ordinance.
Okay.
Those are the two things we approved over
We will slide past that part, but
We do each one of these separate, right, Tom?
Yeah.
I think,
The only thing on these is the money amounts aren't filled in. And last year, do you remember what I said? It was 500 last year, and this year they had
Was it 2,500 last year and 500 this year?
2,500 is what we had before, not to exceed 2,500. But on all the sample ones this year, it said 500, so I didn't know if that was something that we chose, if that's a legal thing, or.
And that's on which one?
The STO.
The student traffic?
Oh, I have it on the back there. So it was 10 to 2,500 before, and this year, the sample one they had was 500, so I didn't know.
It's whatever you want to do, up to, that's class A misdemeanor. So, and most of your fine schedule will not go that high typically. So, it's you all's call.
I don't think I really understand. Is it some kind of fee, like, are we trying to up the fees?
No,
I don't understand.
the fine for a violation of an ordinance traffic infraction is established by your judge, and then it's approved by you all. So there should be a fine schedule that has been adopted by Judge Goddard's. I know there is because,
It was last updated in 2018.
and I don't know that he wants to update it, or, and those fines that I have seen are commensurate with what we see at the state level. So, but this gives him that authority to adopt a fine schedule for infraction,
Got it.
okay? And such a schedule exists, and there is not a scheduled fine on that schedule that exceeds $500.
The only one I wasn't sure, I could check is DUI, I wasn't sure.
DUI is a misdemeanor.
Oh, we're just talking about the class.
We're talking about infractions.
Okay. Then, yeah, no, there's nothing close to that.
Yeah, so most all of the infractions have a fine that's, the highest I've seen is $150. So I don't have any problem with you put in a $500 amount on this one, not to exceed $500.
So no less than 10 and no more than 500?
Yeah.
And those ones.
Okay. And then we just need a motion. And second, and vote, right?
Yes. Just a motion and a second.
I'll make a motion, we adopt ordinance number 551-2026 with the corrections on that dollar amount. Second.
Motion made by Kevin, second by Ronnie. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All in favor? Motion carried.
I'll make a motion, we approve ordinance number 550-2026 for the Uniform Public Offense Code.
Second. Motion made by Kevin, second by Ronnie. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All in favor? Motion carried. This is gonna be a minute, so we can, do we wanna go ahead and move to our executive, session? For the non-elected?
Yeah, we're gonna do one, yeah.
Well, before the interview, the other one?
Mhm.
Okay. I would say, if someone's make a motion, I'd say 5 minutes, for non-elected personnel. I would say with, council, clerk, and me, myself, and attorney.
Make a motion, we go into executive session for 5 minutes at 19:12 for 5 minutes, returning back here at 19:17 with the city council, the mayor, the city clerk,
Yes.
You say yes?
Yes.
And the city attorney,
And Dustin.
and Dustin.
Yes.
And for the purpose of,
And for the purpose of non-elected personnel.
Motion's been made by Kevin,
Second.
second by Holly. Any further discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carried, we'll go to executive session. resume into the open city council meeting.
We're in executive session for 5 minutes with no decisions made. I move that we rescind the employment offer for Mark Starkenbaum.
Motion made by Kevin, second by Ron. Any further discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? All in favor, motion carried.
And she's abstaining.
Oh, Barbara will abstain. Okay, Barbara will abstain. For one abstention. With that, next we have an executive session for interviews, which is, I'm assuming that's what you're here for, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have one interview. What are you guys thinking, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? 10 minutes? Let's do 10 minutes. Like we did Kevin, starting out like, sorry, 7:20 with the same people.
Make a motion, we go into executive session for 10 minutes at 19:20, returning back here at 19:30 with the city council, the mayor, the city attorney, city clerk, maintenance supervisor, and one applicant when we call him in.
Motion made by Kevin, second by Holly. Any further discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? All in favor? Motion carried. All those opposed? All in favor? Motion carried. With that, do you accept?
Yeah, sounds fun.
Alrighty. Jacob does accept, under the circumstances of contingency. Alrighty, sir, thank you.
All right, just let me know.
The next steps will be with Emily
Okay.
or Michael in the office. And so you'll want to get in touch with her, she'll have more information for you.
Okay, well, sounds good. We'll see you guys later. Thank you.
We'll give you a call tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good, thanks.
Okay. Dustin, maintenance?
Our water line project will cost much less than
Which one?
the
The highway.
Yes, Bill did a lot of searching, she found it back in 1969 when they installed all of that. And they put 302 feet of ductile iron, and the rest of it is PVC. So the only thing, we got about 20 foot on each end.
Really?
That's to get rid of the ductile iron. We may not have to go all the way up, if you guys still want to.
Can
It
we
is from 1969.
dig a hole just somewhere in the middle just to make sure?
That's what got us searching maps, because they spot checked and they found the PVC.
Did they?
All the
Okay.
way down, we found it all the way on the west side, so the property got the trees cleared, and then he went about every 50 foot or so, and dug a pothole down, and found it everywhere.
Does the PVC seem to be damaged at all?
What about the corners?
Why would the city not
They would have
have
gone-
replaced the last 20 feet? 40 feet of it?
It was spec for the highway, 302 feet of ductile iron, so it's 90 to 90. Fitting to fitting. And then 293 feet of 18-inch encasement. So that's what we ran into. And so after the 90s, it should all be PVC. And I have not spot checked anything on the other side, but the print tells me that it's class 200 PVC.
But and they only spot checked on the west side of the highway.
Correct. Okay.
Will they plan on spot checking the east side then?
I think I should.
Okay.
It might be.
I can take my little machine over
How deep is it?
4 feet.
Oh, really? Oh.
It was on this side. Should be, it should be, should be
Yeah.
the same, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
that'll-
1969 print. So
That'll
when
be-
the highway was going in, that's when they put it in, because it used to come straight across, because that was all big dirt hill. Then they cut out the highway and made it.
Dumb question, because I just don't know. I know that technology has changed, but is PVC from 1969 different than PVC now? Is there,
When, there could be an argument if it was out exposed to sun, rot. There could be an argument that's been in there with the shifting ground for a while, but until I find a leak or something, I don't think we should expend the resources.
no,
I do believe we need to finish what we started, and then get rid of this stuff.
Make a note of on the 76.
yeah,
I was surprised. Prior to that, we only had like 1980 or something, never should any of that.
so then do we need to re-quote the whole thing?
It's gonna have to be, hopefully we don't have a massive amount of pipe that they tried to restock the on.
Are they delivered? Oh,
They hadn't planned on putting any piping until after tonight or this week. Because they had the holidays and everything hit in the middle. But, as right now, I don't think they need to do any more than finish the end to end.
Makes sense.
Hopefully we can make it right with them, and we hope to not have to pay for all of that pipe. But if you're gonna have to pay for it, you might as well do it now.
Oh, good understanding, we didn't know.
I mean, it's good to think about it.
Yeah.
definitely.
Good job, money saved.
You said the pipe hasn't been shipped down here yet, the new stuff that they're installing?
No. I don't know if they have it at their shop yet.
Yeah.
That was what I got from them last week. He potholed 6 or 8 different holes the whole way up it. It was all PVC.
So how do we go about asking the companies on how they would go about either not using the pipe, not charging it, what, how do we go about that?
I'm gonna have to call them, I didn't get around to it today. I'm just gonna ask them if they can work with us on this, or if we're gonna have to pay something extra. I mean, it's a fair amount of pipe we have over there, but they do use that pipe elsewhere.
Right.
So
Even
hopefully
if
it'll
the restock fee, it's gonna be a whole lot cheaper.
So I don't know, I wouldn't understand a restock fee unless it was actually shipped. If it was actually shipped and restocking it back to the warehouse, I would understand that.
I mean, I don't know that it's too worrisome about that restocking fee, but I would say that there's probably gonna be the charge of more per hour on this project. You know, it may have cost, if it was gonna cost 10 grand instead of it was gonna cost 20 grand. You know what I'm saying? They don't wanna do all that work and all that mobilization for nothing. And hoping that they're understanding. And
Well, talk to them, get some more info, and just to let us know.
What happens with the trees that have been cleared?
they got pushed to the side to the homeowner.
Are we going for the homeowner?
They wanted to,
Oh, they did.
they run. But they got, that's fine with them.
Save you from having to take it out
Yeah,
to the forestry dump and burn it yourself. Works.
We finally located the valve in that section last week, so we know where all three of those are again. And I've got the 90 ordered. We were gonna try to use the nice 2-volt, but that was 8 to 10 weeks. So we're gonna do the old school 12-volt mechanical joint fittings
Are you talking about the skip
for the,
coil?
for the skips. But that's one that we had to investigate. It was coming out of a valve box, so it was leaking near the valve, riding up the pipe and coming out underneath the top layer of asphalt. It was over top of the valve box. The deeper I went, the drier it got, so it was confusing.
Is that by the mailbox? Thing?
Yep.
Oh, that was us digging there.
Yep, that's.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
We found the problem, but we don't have the stuff to fix it, so it should be coming this week. Fix it.
I have a question on something you just said. You said something about they would be charging more per hour for doing a smaller job.
I'm saying, I don't know what their change order is gonna look like, what the bid's gonna look like. I haven't talked to them since we found out it was PVC. I told them I'd bring it to you guys.
Oh.
Talk to you first. I will know more tomorrow. We'll go with the office. But hopefully we'll fix that. It's hard to do. Plenty of other stuff. You got any questions?
Follow-up, and then I got something else. On Viking Tower. When you were talking about having them go down and do the scuba thing, the robot thing, I had a question about that. When you were describing how the inside is, where it's concave, with all the water line under the highway when it broke and everything was getting flushed inside there, that was definitely going up in the tower. Every time that Mercury or whoever ran a hydrant or whatever, and the water plant had to work harder to fill the tower back up, with the sediment that was in there, is that where some of the discoloration and all that junk in the water line could be?
One of the reasons that we want to see what's in.
Do we do periodic flushing of the tower to get that out?
Well, we won't get that out, but we do flush, we overflow the tower.
Okay.
Typically twice a year, minimum twice a year. And as long as I see a 1 to 1.5 come out of the top, when it comes to overflow, chlorine wise will fine.
Okay.
And that is to keep it from stratifying, especially in the summer. Your water up top will get hot, and this is cold, and there's a thermocline, it's fishing, and it'll act like a piston. So if the water goes down and then comes back up, all this water didn't stir. And that's something that could happen. Okay. So periodically you overflow it to make sure that you're getting chlorine right out the top, or you overflow it until you get good chlorine. And every time I've run it, we've got good chlorine the first day.
Okay.
It's a periodic maintenance check.
Do we have them scheduled to come out yet?
Yes,
Okay.
but it'll probably be spring.
Okay. And my last question is, and I realize it's county, but, on Topeka Boulevard, the speed limit signs, especially coming into town.
We've contacted county a couple different times.
Is that something that you can contact and maybe pick signs up from them and replace? Or, because that one, especially out south, you can't see.
Maybe. I can call them again, you know, tweak you in a little bit.
Yeah, I know driving around, some of these signs are pretty bad. And I know they're county.
I'll call them again.
I'm curious how old is the water plant?
2004. Now, part of it, the new part's 2004, the other part is, I want to say in the 80s, but I'd be lying if I'm trying to say it.
80s, is that the West Coast?
Yeah, the new building. 04, 07 for the plant, 04 for the tower, sorry.
Okay.
Speaking of the plant, SCADA is on the new computer, and there's a subscription for Excel recorder or something that we gotta redo. But everything's set up on the computer now, and that's finished.
Who do we do that for?
The office is already working on it. But that's the last thing on it, but Matt's done. We finished it all up today. So that was your thing.
Emily showed me that map. That's a pretty cool map.
Which Matt?
The map of the water lines, is that what you're talking about?
Now, the SCADA is the brains of our water plant.
Oh, okay.
It's what tells everything to do, and it tells us what it's doing.
Oh,
What you're thinking of is probably the GIS map.
oh,
And it's still in progress, but it will be a master map so that we don't have to do all this stuff hunting around. 'Cause I've been in your family's backyard where I want to be. The dog lays and everything.
probably more than they want you to be.
I know it. I don't like it. I gotta stare at the fence in the ground. We're back there metal detecting, and finally they found it with their hoe. And it was 10 feet away from where the map showed it. Showed it in a cluster, but it was 10 feet away. But it is located map now. Mercury looks for, Cox looks like they're getting close to wrapping up. Still see them in town, but I haven't seen them do much lately.
We don't know how much this update or program's gonna cost, but we have to have it for the water plant
Which one?
and that he was just talking about.
The Excel reporting?
Recording.
It shouldn't be more than like $99.
So I didn't know if we needed a motion that Anthony could approve it if it's over the 200, so we can
Is it like a
go ahead and
subscription?
not wait.
Yeah, they updated Microsoft updated everything. It used to be just a downloaded, execute on the side, but they updated everything to work, and because Office 365 and all that is now subscription, so what are the reports?
So it's 99 a year?
I think so.
So you don't think we'll get close to the 200 then? We'll be good.
I don't think
Okay.
you will. I'd be really surprised.
If you do, yeah, we do, and yeah, I'm with him.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if you do.
Anything else, Dustin? Did you guys have anything else for Dustin? All right. Thank you, Dustin.
Do you wanna reach out to your other guy and see if he's?
Yeah, I'll give him a call and see where he's at.
Looks like we've got a burn ban resolution.
This is what we talked about at the last meeting, adopting the county, burn, and this
Is this what Tom Brown
is, yeah, I was looking at
Yeah, Google says it's $99.
Okay.
It's part of the SQL stuff, but it's still reporting.
It's 2026-55.
This is basically just adopting that they would get the burn permits from the county or the fire department, right?
Yeah,
And that city hall won't issue them out.
And then that covers the city for burn bans currently. If the county does a burn ban, it doesn't cover the city, so this includes us and everything.
And then that also means that residents will start using that county website, that they fill everything out and it just.
Correct.
I've been doing that anyhow.
Well, we can push that as far as social media, so people know they're not gonna come in here and take paper copies anymore.
Yes. So our next step would be, motion and a second, and then it hits the pages, or how's that work?
Yeah, and then we'll post it in the paper.
Motion to approve 2026-552.
553.
Oh,
553.
I have 553.
Codification is 553.
Oh,
so,
gotcha.
Yeah, burn ban is 2026.
Yeah.
Where's mine?
Sure, you're talking 5-0. and
Boom.
it's 5-1, it's 3-5-2.
Yeah, I was trying to read it too. Okay, sorry. Polly, you made a motion, you said?
motion to approve ordinance number 2026-552.
Okay, Polly made a motion.
Second.
Second by Ron. Any further discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? All in favor, motion carried. No, it's in there reading the wrong one. That's my fault. Excellent. I know, I'm like, where's it burning in here?
Oh, okay.
So, wait a minute, hold on. 553 goes with 552?
No,
No, that's copy.
that'll be in a little bit.
Oh, right, okay.
Gotcha. Okay, the pledge. Is the pledge of allegiance something you guys would like to start incorporating into the beginning of our meetings?
I'm fine with that. So,
So we would
doing the pledge of allegiance before the start of the meeting.
Well, we would do it after the meeting's called to order and before the approval of the minutes, right? It'd be the first thing after calling the meeting to order. Is that something you guys are, I keep saying you guys, is this something you would want to incorporate into our meeting?
I'd like to see it.
I would,
I guess kind of a consensus?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we can do that start of the next meeting. We'll have Emily start, putting it into the agenda. With that, next we're looking at city code corrections. Is that the ordinance?
So we do need to adopt this ordinance for the city code. It's the 2026-553. We already adopted the city code, and then this is just the approval. Once we sign this one, that's when we'll get the copies of it, and it'll become official instead of unofficial. And we'll post this in the paper. And then there is a stack of things in here that,
hold on, go back. On this ordinance. On the ordinance.
Yes.
That'll supersede the codification that was approved in 2014, right?
Yes.
So then everything
is gone. It's only the new one.
is only gonna be the new one?
Yes.
Okay. So the changes to city code need to be gone through before we approve the codification?
We can do it after. We'll just amend it. We've
And,
just been compiling a list, and Ashley, and correct me if I'm wrong, of things that we've noticed that probably aren't accurate anymore, that are from old things that need updated. So we made a list for you guys to kind of look at over time, and slowly we'll approve new ordinances.
Some of those I do think are probably more pressing. There's language in the rec ordinances that, when you use the word shall in policy or ordinance, it's not negotiable. And the use of that language makes it to where currently our rec commission is in
What does
violation of
Tom say
our
about it?
ordinance every day. Huh?
what did Tom say about it?
So
We just need to bring it up piece by piece. So if everyone wants to just look at this in their spare time and get back with us.
The changes we've found, the language that's in those ordinances has been in the ordinance. So it's not hindering any day-to-day operation, but it is stuff that you guys need to look at.
Okay. And so we adopt the ordinance, and then we work on different pieces of the city code in the next few meetings following. We pick one or two or something.
So let
Review it,
me,
discuss it, change it.
let me ask this.
Can't be changed without having a public record, right? First.
We moved to do this ordinance. And this replaces all the old stuff. And then we're gonna go make changes to it. So now we're gonna have an ordinance to fix an ordinance. Am I understanding that? So now we're gonna have two ordinances?
So
No,
you just modify your classification.
you'll repeal what's there, replace it with what is corrected, and that becomes the new ordinance. And because you have Ransom handling it now, the changes are properly documented and archived. But when you go look at the ordinance, as you make those changes, they shift it over. So you will constantly only see the correct ordinance. You're not
And
gonna
that's part of
run
the service we pay for.
Yes.
It gets rid of all that confusion that we've had.
Thank goodness.
Makes sense to you? Makes sense to do that?
I know I hated the other one.
Okay.
It was.
I move that we adopt ordinance number 2026-553, the adoption of the classification of ordinances.
Motion made by Ron.
Second.
No, go ahead. Second by Chad. Any further discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? All in favor, motion carried. Was that second page in with just the thing that I need to sign later for that? Certificate of the city.
That one I'll sign.
Okay. I'll just keep stacking them. Looks like After Prom
Yeah,
has a request.
it's after the Jayhawk packet.
Did I skip?
No,
Oh.
it's not in order.
I'm sorry.
Santa Fe Trail After Prom. And from the school year 2024, 2025, we did not donate, but from 2013 all the way up to 23, we did $100 a year.
We didn't do any last year.
We're 24 hours. You sure we did?
Mm-hmm.
That's not right.
I'll make a motion, we donate $100 to, Santa Fe Trail After Prom.
Motion made by Kevin, second by Barb. Any further discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? All in favor, motion carried. The SFT ad,
The next one is, basketball, I believe, yes, for their souvenir program. We don't put an ad in the souvenir program every year. Last year, we did this, and the second page is what it looks like. Last year, we approved it, and they came back and they needed one for boys and one for girls. We reached out to them and they didn't specify this year, so I don't know if we're gonna need two. So if you guys decide to go forward with it, I would approve it probably for two of the programs, the first one for the boys and the girls, just in case that comes back to that again this year.
Do you think it'll be, if they do boys and girls, it'd be 170?
And do one ad for each one, so whichever.
depending on the size
you
we pick
chose.
this year. And this is, what size is this considered?
One by,
3.5?
This is the same one we did last year, isn't it?
yeah,
That looks like it might be the
160.
1/6 page.
Which would be 75 if we did two, it would be 150. Right?
Yeah.
Well, this states made available to parents, coaches, and fans who attend the event from January 22nd to 24th. So it's just one event. Yeah.
But last year they had two separate programs, one for the boys and one for the girls, and so we had to double up.
We have time in the January 24th?
Yes.
I think it doesn't look like it's bigger.
Yeah, that's 116, I think, as well.
I mean, 1 and 1/16. That definitely doesn't look like a 2-inch.
So it'd be the $75 rate question you guys want to do,
I make a motion, we approve, an ad in the paper of the 1/16 page, 3.5 inch by 1 and 1/16 for $75 twice if needed for 2, not to exceed $150.
Motion made by Kevin.
Second.
Second by Ron. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All in favor, motion carried. Osage County Herald.
There's,
Is there a page on that one?
I printed it, it was needed added to the packet. It's for the, let me go grab it real fast.
Okay.
So Barb and Polly just, on the ad stuff, flex schools, there's a line item in the budget for that.
If you guys want, you can move on to look at the CMB license for, Dollar General.
Didn't we just do one?
That was,
Is it Dollar General?
yeah, we did Casey's, now it's Dollar General.
Happy Homes at Henderson LLC. Business location only.
It's probably a franchise.
Yeah.
I move that we accepted the CMB application for Dollar General.
Motion made by Ron,
Second.
second by Chad. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All in favor, motion carried. Well, we got a minute, guys. All right. Just had a welcome to city council members. Just contacted me. Just welcoming you guys, new ones returning.
So I guess I
Just a slide guide, run over, some bullets, kind of thing, just refreshers.
It's $36.80. And it's the Osage County Toy soil conservation, where they nominate a young farmer, and then they do a big article in the paper about it.
You said it was $36 a month,
80 cents.
80 cents, and that's what it will be this year?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's, what are we doing? An ad, or is this donating?
Yeah, and you get your name in there. It's a congratulations to them. We do it every year.
And it goes to the soil conservation.
Mm-hmm.
Is there more to that soil conservation?
It's an annual selection that recognizes the area farmers and rangers who practice various soil conservation practices involving farming, wildlife preservation, and water conservation.
Nice.
We've been donating towards it since 2012.
Gotcha. Okay, with that, take a motion.
I move we approve the Osage County Herald Soil Conservation for $36.80 award.
Motion by Kevin, second by Barb. All those, any further discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? All in favor, motion carried. The Jayhawk software,
I'm confused by this, Emily.
So we got this from them. We're going over our data storage every,
How? It's 65 total gigabytes. We do not have 65 gigabytes worth of data. If we do, they need to prove some data.
I don't know anything about it other than,
That's a lot of data. I mean, that's a lot of data.
the prices are firm till the end of the month, so we have one more meeting. We can make an approval.
Can you
We need
please
to dig
ask
into it.
them where this is being allocated? This is the black box thing?
so what question do I need to ask them specifically?
What are they, what is the data? No.
No, this is just for our program for billing
In court,
in court.
Yeah.
which I would bet you a lot of data is in court because
Oh, if it's text files, unless you are uploading videos and very large files, video or photos or something, you're not getting near 65 gigabytes.
Do you do any of that on your side?
no, everything we have evidence discovery cloud with Axon.
Well, and this could be cloud, but even at that, I mean, the Axon stuff would not be part of Advantage.
No, that's what I'm saying, is that we don't use JHOS for that.
Yeah, and so I would be really curious to know what,
Would any of that be downloaded? That
From-
would be classified?
It's not
Mm-hmm.
staged in the program in Jayhawk or Solar,
well, when did we go to solar?
or city or court. March-ish.
Last March, so we're almost a year.
Well, we have no backups for Jayhawk outside of whatever they're maintaining, that's all of our files.
No, I get that, and because we went to Solus and the cloud based on that, the black box that we have here shouldn't be used anymore anyways, because
We don't have.
even though we do have a database, there is a database on the server, because we point to it.
Mhm.
But unless the data archives that they're doing, they're not printing those, like stuff from 2023, do you require 2023 water usage data? Do we have to maintain that?
Yeah, but I don't know for how long.
I would be very curious to know. I mean, that's a lot of, that is a lot of
That's all
data.
like the data logs and stuff that we're pulling
No, those are all through a different program.
now,
Mhm.
or always.
Always, they go through Neptune.
I mean, granted, it's only $100. I get that.
What?
I would like to-
question.
I would like to know what the data is that we are storing that's using that much data, because we're saying we were using 65, they gave us another 10, that's gonna put us at 75 gigabytes.
Because it's my understanding for Jayhawk, for Ashley and for us, Jayhawk and Solus, the only thing we store in there is like profile information. Is that how you would describe it? It's not recordings or videos or anything like that. It's just people's accounts and.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's more in the court system, but it's just notes and
Yeah.
person information, financials, but it's not videos, it's not photos, it's not.
I would just like to know what it is.
So let's gather
What they
information. We'll take no action on this tonight. Did the bills and stuff get passed around?
Did you guys approve the CMD when I was?
Yes.
Yes, you should have it on the recording.
Motion by Ron, second by Chad.
Deal. While they're working on the bills, is there anything that- I know that comes up in a second. It's empty. Okay, so anything off agenda or follow-up you want to discuss? All right. FYI is empty, so now we just got to finish up with the bill side of it, once we get all the appropriate signatures. Then we can do that, otherwise we wait for that to be seen.
We can go.
So what we got?
I'm checking on you.
And then check, see what she initially, she looks at like she agrees with something, or.
Yep. Just.
So as you're going through it, you can. Yeah. We passed the DSC, you look at them too?
She's third one.
She would be the third one, that's why I didn't know. Okay. I didn't know if you still just wanted to see them though. I got you. Understood.
I might be able to look at them.
No.
You sure?
When does the payroll start? It just started over, right?
Mhm.
All right. Somebody, make a motion of reviewing the bills. Motion by Ron, second by Barb. Any further discussion? All those, in favor? All those opposed? All in favor, motion carried. Anything else before the motion for the,
We have anything?
did nobody mention nothing? Nothing in the FYI?
Shannon and Chief and them are. Yeah, they're busy.
Okay. So, with that, if there's nothing further, I'll request a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
Motion by Ron, second by Kevin. Any further discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? All in favor? Motion, carried.